Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today, for our number talk, we are looking at these two mixed numbers and approximating the difference, trying to figure out if it's going to be less than 5 or greater than 5. So, first, let's take a look at our whole numbers. If we just wanted to look at our whole numbers, we have a 7 and a 2. So, if we wanted to subtract 2 from 7, right, we're going to get 5. So, that's going to kind of land right in between this less than 5 or greater than 5. So, the biggest question is what's going on with our fractions? I've got my 3/9 and I've got my 2/5. And so if the 3/9 happens to be a little bit larger, I'm going to have a little bit more left over and it's going to be greater than 5. If the 2/5 happens to be larger, I'm going to have a little bit less than 5 because I'm going to have to end up regrouping that 7 in order to make the 3/9 an improper fraction to get it to work. So let's see if we can evaluate these two fractions. And I don't necessarily want to make equivalent fractions to find common denominators. We could do that. Hopefully you're saying, hey, this 3/9, we could simplify that. Let's see if that helps us. Hopefully our eyes are trained to think, hey, we could simplify that. So yeah, both of those can be divided by 3. So let's make it equivalent fraction. So really it's 1/3 and 2/5. And we need to figure out which one's greater. Because the one that's greater, that's going to help us figure out whether it's less than 5 or greater than 5. Well, I'm hoping at this point we have our benchmark fractions, decimals, and percents down. So when we're thinking of 1/3, we can think of either a percent or we can think of a decimal. So let's think of a decimal. Hopefully we know that 1/3 is equal to 0.3. Let me put that bar up there because that's 3 repeating. It's 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 forever. If we want to put that into a percent, it's 33.3 bar repeating or 33 in a third percent. Either way. Fifths are going to be a little bit more tricky. Each fifth is going to be a 0.2 or 20%. So if I've got 2/5, we need to put this at a 0.4. Or you want to put that at a percent, that's 40%. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 5/5 makes 100%. So if we look at it like this, even though this has got a bar right here, this is a 0.3 and this is a 0.4, which means this one's going to be a little bit larger. That 2/5 is going to be a little bit larger. So what happens when we subtract a larger fraction from a smaller fraction? Well, if we have to do that, we're going to end up having to regroup here in order to make this some type of improper fraction if we wanted to get an actual number. And the second we do that, look what happens to my whole numbers. My whole numbers are going to actually make it a little bit less than 5.